Interested in taking part? Fill out the form. The link is in the description below.
Books we read. Books we read. La 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 la
Welcome to Between the Pages. Today we're joined by Rupal Desai. She's deeply immersed in the realms of yoga and spiritual teachings. Over the past 7 years, she has also been learning the beautiful art form of Kathak. Let's welcome Rupal. Hi Rupal Auntie, welcome to Between the Pages. How are you?
Thank you so much, Anna. And I'm super fine. How are you?
I'm great. आप अपने इसको introduce कर सकते हो?
Sure. My name is Rupal Desai and I am in Navi Mumbai currently. Or my profile currently I am into yoga and some spiritual learnings, and I'm learning Kathak since 7 years now. So these two things I'm doing more recently, like yoga sessions online, offline, and Kathak teaching and learning both. So these two things are going parallel in my life right now.
That sounds interesting. So, what book are you here with today?
I am here today with this book. It's called Louise Hayes, You Can Heal Your Life. And I found this book when I was super disturbed and I was looking for answers from universe. So I don't know how much you will understand about this book because of your age. You are too young, but in 2017 and 18 I really had this calling kind of a thing that whatever I'm doing is just for money. We are working, we are keeping ourselves busy, and we don't know, we are lost most of the time. So this was that time when I was looking for answers, and this book came in front of me. I read about this. I came to know about this book from, I think, some celebrity's page who was suffering from cancer, and during her treatment, if I'm not wrong, it was Sonali Bendre. And during her treatment, she mentioned in her post that she's reading this book, and that's how I got curious that what is it all about. I want to read it. So that's how I started reading, and with every chapter, it was helping me to change my life. And then I thought this is like a user manual which I was looking for.
Okay. So, are there any specific concepts or ideas from the book that resonate with you on a deep level?
Yes, very much. Like I was looking for correction in my life. I was thinking that I don't know how to live right. How can a person be happy all the time? When we look for answers on Google, it tells you list of things, practice this, practice gratitude, practice being happy all the time. But practically it is not possible. So if you have all the things, all the wrong things in your mind and heart, you cannot be happy for no reason. So this book helped me chapter wise, like one by one. The author was helping, author helps the reader to correct their life, to practice gratitude, to start journaling, to forgive everyone. पास्ट में जो भी आपके लाइफ में हुआ है उनको, उनके लिए ग्रजेस रख के हम जीते हैं। मेरे लाइफ में ऐसा कुछ नहीं था, फिर भी मुझे लगता था कि समथिंग इज मिसिंग इन माय लाइफ, देयर इज सम नॉलेज दैट आई वांट, एंड दिस बुक गिव मी what I was looking for. And then author recommended to read this book again and again. Then I went to many of the other followers, like who follows her on YouTube or any other medium, social media. So they all said you cannot read, like you cannot stop reading this book only once. You should read again and again, and you will discover something new. And it is about every book that you love. You have to read, reread, reread, and every time you will read, will get something new. So same thing happened with me in this book. There are so many positive affirmations for everything that you need in life. If you need abundance, there are affirmations. If you want to change something in your relationship, there are affirmations. If you want to be a better person, or you want to start your spiritual journey, everything. So a proper user manual. So I, before getting into this book, I was looking for the same thing, that for every electronic appliance we buy, be it a AC or a refrigerator or a TV, there is always a user manual. But how to live your life right? There is nothing as such. So that's how this book, I think, came to me. My prayers were really strong. So I got into this book. So there is forgiveness, gratitude, and working on every aspects of your life. And step by step, it helps every individual. So everyone should read this book, especially someone who is going through a very tough situation in their life, any disease or any crisis. They should read this book and they will get a lot of strength because the author has done a wonderful job of penning it down very nicely. And she herself was a cancer survivor, and her childhood, her adulthood was a mess, total mess, and she came out of it only with positivity and law of attraction. So it is that kind of book.
I see. So, were there any moments when you found it challenging to apply the book's teachings, and how did you overcome them?
Yes, there was one thing which was, I feel that was very difficult for me. That is self-love. I was not aware of this concept at all before I read this book, and it's called Self Love, taking care of yourself. So, for all my childhood, I have started working very early in my life. So, working for family, for taking care of others' needs, I have always worked, and I never took care of myself, took time to take care of myself. So when this is the age to work, but now I'm exhausted, I don't want to work anymore. That point I reached in life. Now I don't want to work. I don't want to work for money. For sure, I don't want to do any kind of marketing or selling stuff or anything, or want to convince anyone. And then this with this book I learned step by step self-love thing, which was very difficult for me because I think because my mother also didn't had that thing, I never got it. So she is also like that, only never took care of herself. And now through this book and through me, she's learning all these concepts that we should take care of her. And it happens with most of the females around the world, not just India, that females forget to take care of their own self because maybe their motherhood thing, their nature is like that they want to take care of everything. So self love is one thing which even today I feel I'm not doing it 100%, but I keep putting efforts in that zone.
All right. So, can you share practical tips for cultivating self love based on the book's teachings?
Sure. Many people interpret it in a very different way. So through this video, I think this will reach out to many people. There are people who goes to expensive spa and parlors and get a nice treatment, and they say I did self love today. This is not self love. Just giving a makeup to your outer physical body. Self love is giving time for yourself, giving every day some minutes, some hours for your own introspection. Self love is like inner journey. You have to go within. So what we do, we expect people to love us, but we don't. If we are not loving our own self, how we expect others to love us, right? So we all have to, be it a boy or a girl, a female or a male, everyone should take time out to do things that they love to do. So the whole day just goes on doing the things which are our responsibility, which are out of our responsibility. But we should take out time to do something that we really love to do. If you love to draw, do picture, drawing, painting, sketching, you should take out time for that. So from early age, if every child is given that kind of exposure, they will not fail in this particular part of life because self love is important. There is one more thing that I learned, that it is said in a spiritual world that God resides in you. If we say as per Hindu philosophy, Vishnu resides in you. Or if we talk about chakras, there are all different deities that are part of they handle one particular chakra in our body. Like Muladhara chakra is operated by Sri Ganesha. So if there are all deities inside you, and this body is your temple, which we have always heard in some of the other quotes, then we should take care of that temple. And taking care of the temple is again self love. So if you are loving yourself, you are actually loving all the gods who have created you. So that is thing. So how to, there are tips like You should take out time to go for a walk. You should take out time to do some kind of workout every day. That is for your physical body. For your mental health, you should sit in a quiet place for some meditation. You should do some kind of reading, your choice. And you should also work on the spiritual growth, which will happen through bhakti yoga or through any other forms of yoga, with which you can slowly understand your own self. Because yoga is a path to meet God, but actually it's a path to go within and meet your own self. Your own higher self is again is God only. So these are the tip I will give. Ki don't interpret it in some other way that I did 10,000 ka shopping and that is self love. That is not self love. You should work on your all round development, mental, physical, emotional, everything.
That sounds like great advice. So, are there any specific practices or exercises from the book that you consistently apply for maintaining a positive mindset?
Very good question, Anna. I think you have done a wonderful job of creating right questions. Yeah, there are, this book I read some 3, 4 years back. Then I reread it like few more times on and off, but not the complete one. But yes, I still follow writing journal at the end of the day. If I forget, sometimes I write it in the morning. I make a to-do list the next day. I write 3 gratitude lines, at least 3 statements. I thank 3 people. And then affirmations. After reading this book, I have become part of my life. And most of the affirmation that I use every day are from this book. There are many other new affirmations I got from other books, but most of my affirmations, which I keep reciting in my mind, are from this book, and they really give me powers. And I have shared those affirmations with many of my yoga students or other friends who are in that stage of life where they are looking for answers or they are in trouble and they need help. So this is the small thing I can do from my side for them.
Okay, and what advice would you give to listeners who are considering reading You Can Heal Your Life for the first time?
Yes, first time would like if you are reading it for the first time, you should read it with an open mind. You should read first, and then second time you can start doing all the exercises. Doing exercise is most important in this book, because after every chapter she has given wonderful set of questions which are like you are asking yourself, and you have to be very honest with yourself in that case. So it should be your personal book. You should not be sharing it with others, because those answers will be yours. It belongs to you. So do all the exercises which are given in the book, and make a separate book to note down all the affirmations which are given in this book. So every page you will find some strong lines which you will relate to. You will find connection with it. So for me, it was like many things like mindset. We don't have a abundance mindset most of the time from when we are from the middle class family or a family with a financial crisis from childhood. So we have that kind of mindset. So we have to change it. So really help in that case again for the self love. And many a times we like unknowingly we talk about negative things, so it helps you to change your statements, talk it in a positive way. So write affirmation, note down all the affirmation, do all the exercise, and don't just stop after reading it once. Read it 2, 3 times and you will find all your answers for sure.
And lastly, how do you stay inspired and motivated to continue applying the book's teachings in your life?
Um, Maybe, yeah. So keep myself inspired. I think I keep reading those kind of books only. After reading this book, I have stopped reading all those other novels that I used to read earlier, which were like Sidney Sheldon, Daniel Steele, and all that. So I don't read at all those kind of books now. My all books after these books are all inspirational, motivational books, and spiritual books. So after coming into yoga, I did that. So that keeps you going. And again, the exercises which we honestly do while reading this book will again help you to stay inspired. So you can, one more thing I can say is like the strong affirmation that you relate with from this book, you have to write it in a nice colorful paper and stick it near your mirror or wherever you are going to look at it for most of the time during the day. So that will keep you inspired. to follow the rules and format which is given in the book.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us between the pages. And I feel like this was a very insightful discussion we had today. And
Can I
thank you.
share one more thing with you, Anna?
Yeah.
After reading this book, I was so much inspired that I thought this book should reach most of the people around me, at least my friends, my families. So, what I did one crazy thing during that time. I bought one more book, same English book. I bought one more. Then I bought one Hindi book. Then I bought one Gujarati book and one more Marathi book. And I started circulating it to my close friends whom I know that they are struggling with some emotional issues or relationship issues or financial issues. So I cannot help them with money for sure. And you should not help them like this for sure because you are making them lazy or whatever. So I thought with this book, I'll help many people. So I think during that 2018, 19, 20, this book was in nice circulation for one month with most of my friends. So anyone who have that kind of desire that I want to help through this medium of books, we can do that. And when I came to know that this book is available in all the languages, so anyone from any part of the world can read this book. So through this video, I wanted to share it. That's why I said with all the language books I have. Marathi book is with one of my friends right now because she was also going through like whatever she used to talk, there was a negative thing. She was talking negative about everyone. Otherwise, she's a very good human being, but unknowingly she was doing it. So I thought I should help her. I should not lecture her. कि ऐसा मत कर, don't go in that zone. But I thought instead of doing that, let me give her the book. It will be like a gift for her. And I told her once you are done reading, you have to return it because I want to pass it to some other person. So this is still going on. So Gujarati also I have two Gujarati book. One is with my parents and one is with me. So whenever I get chance, I just find someone and the people who are not around me, they are far away. So to them also I recommend this book whenever they say they talk to me about any kind of thing like office politics. There are many of my working friends who are struggling, who don't want to continue with their job, but due to financial things, they are not able to follow their passion and quit their job. So I just tell them, read this book. It will give you strength to continue your job, or it will give you strength to quit your job and follow your passion with the right mindset. So there's one thing I wanted to share.
So we have a ritual in this podcast where every guest writes a question for another guest. So I have a question for you from Ray. He's asking which author's book have you read the most and why?
Wow, wonderful question again for me. So after this book, I landed on the author which not many people know about. There are many renowned of authors which most readers talk about. Ki, yes, they are known among all the readers community, if I can say. But I landed to this book called One Man Set, which is by Priya Kumar. So her books, I went crazy about her. She is like around 45 and she's a amazing personality. And if you get a chance, do read all her books because I made my both my kids also who are one is in teenage and one is 10 plus, and they have read most of her books. So her books are extraordinary. Her way of inspiring or motivating people is different. She's a storyteller. So Priya Kumar's book I have read and reread, and the things from her books keep coming in my mind again and again, and it pulls me again to read her books. So it's One Man Said, The Calling, License to Live, I'm Another You, Manhunt. All books are like amazing, and there are three more books which I'm going to read. So she is into writing biographies also, and she is also into storytelling, wherein she does her job wonderfully, and it will help you to enhance your imagination and visualization skills. She's that kind of author who will take you to that zone where she is right now. and she's Indian. That's why I'm more fond of her, because most of the inspiration books are from foreign authors and we go crazy about them. But she's different. So I recommend ki everyone should try and read her books, and you will have amazing. She will take you to the one amazing world. There is one book of hers which is called The Perfect World, and it is really amazing one. So do read.
So, is there any question you would like to ask me?
Yeah, I not a question, but I really want to appreciate you, Anna, that you are doing a wonderful job. I have seen, I think, first three episodes I have seen it properly, fully. Other episode I didn't got a chance to watch fully, but I will do that. I'll show it to my kids also, and even they have some books in mind. They would like to share it someday soon with you. So you are doing a wonderful job. With this videos, I think people will come to know about nice books which have made difference in someone's life, and they it might help someone, like the one who is really in need of that kind of help which is there available in a particular book. So you're doing
Thank,
a wonderful job. Keep doing it. All the best.
thank you. Thank you so much
Huh.
for joining us today. I had a great time talking books with you. Thank you.
Same here. Goodbye.
Time to close the book, but don't worry, stories really never end. Until our next adventure together, remember to keep your imaginations fueled, your laughter contagious, and your bookmarks handy. Until next time, it's me, Anna Lilani, closing the BTP book for this week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
la 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 la